Hello. Let me quickly lower this real fast. I never know what it's going to look like till I've gone live. So sorry about that. There we go. It should be a little bit closer for you guys to be able to see that. Oh, focus. There we go. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in and watching. Oh, man. We're going to have some focusing issues here. I might turn one of my lights slightly away. Okay, we'll see if that helps. I'll kind of keep an eye out on it just to make sure it's not actually going to do that too much so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to wait just a few minutes and see if more people show up. But thank you for joining. Oh, we got, there we go. Okay. Yay, we got more people joining. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are well. Hope everyone's staying healthy and warm. It's been kind of cold across the country, honestly. So, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for watching. I haven't started yet. I'm about to. Oh man, we're having focusing issues here. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Let that kind of... see if we can fix that. Sorry about that. Come on, focus, focus. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that stays. It stays put. As I add paint, it should be able to focus more on some of that. But I'm going to start talking. So let me first explain the project I've been working on, and then I'll talk about this. So let's see, it's week 5. So 5 weeks ago, I looked through this book called Pantone, the 20th Century in Color. It's a really cool book. It's got, it's like a coffee table book. It's got tons of different color palettes and pictures from different years. It's just like really cool. And so I've used this for different projects and things before and like randomly picked a color palette and painted from it. And so 5 weeks ago, I looked through this book and I picked this color palette right here. Because I liked that it had some really dark values. It had purple, which is one of my favorite colors. It had some warm values. It just had a lot going on. And so I picked this specific color palette because I loved how balanced it was and how I could probably use it in a bunch of different projects. And basically my challenge to myself is to spend 10 weeks using this color palette only to paint, draw, do photography, do, whatever I can come up with, mixed media, sewing, knitting, whatever. I'm going to be doing 10 weeks of projects based on this color palette. And so far what I've done, because I sort of given myself a list of things to do, I copied that color palette in watercolor first, like this. So I tried to copy them as best as I could, as accurate as I could. I'll show you the original color palette again, so you can be the judge. Oh, where'd it go? I like flipped to it right when I wanted it and then went away. Okay, I'm not gonna spend time doing that. But anyway, you get the idea. So I copied that the first week. Second week, my husband randomly picked a photograph for me to paint, again, using only these colors, and he picked a parrot. And so then I painted this again in watercolor. I was kind of focusing on different mediums. So I went from getting used to the colors in watercolor and then coloring, doing a painting in those colors. Then I used those same colors and did a little illustration with only those colors as well. Kind of fun, kind of loosening up a little bit, but still using watercolor. And then, oh, actually, where did the ones I did last week? Hold on. Aha, here they are. Forgot about these. Last week I did, that's not one of them. I copied the colors in acrylic. So I switched to acrylic and I covered a bunch of little canvases with the same color palette. So far I've done all of this in that color palette. So this week I am supposed to be painting an acrylic painting. So again, working in acrylic to match these colors as best I can in a painting. So basically this part of the project, but in acrylic. So I'm going to be doing that today, and I'm going to be painting my grandpa, who sadly passed away this weekend. And so our family's going through I was telling myself I, probably would cry. But I'll try not to be crying the whole time. Oh, so anyway, it's been a rough week. But we appreciate your prayers and support during this time. So I sketched, actually, I should tell you this photo is a photo that my brother Andrew took. He has an awesome Instagram account that you can check out. I don't remember the handle right now. It's like Andrew 101 or something, like Android Drew 101. If you want to go check out his Instagram account, he takes a lot of amazing photos. So he took this photo of Grandpa, I don't know, a few years ago or something, I think. And so I give credit to him for the photography for the original photo. And I did sketch it out ahead of time because I didn't want to spend time doing that with you guys, because I wanted to make sure I got the likeness as accurate as I could, and it still isn't quite right, and it'll take some tweaking. But I'm also going to be painting it, so we're just going to kind of wing it. I am going to be using those colors though, so I have to think like values. I can have these out actually. I can actually think of actually I should put them in value order maybe. So light to dark, because I want to be able to, make it look realistic, but it'll just have these colors in it. Let's see here. This is actually kind of tricky. That's probably the order that I would put them in. I think so. That looks pretty, dark to light. Okay. I think we're ready to dive in. Now I have to challenge myself again to basically mix these again in acrylic. So that'll be interesting, but I've got them right here so I can copy. Right? Easier said than done. So I think, I need to pull up the original photo because I need to know where values are. I just had it sketched. So, there we go. If people are watching that happen to know new Grandpa, you can feel free to share some good memories in the comments if you want, or whatever. all those things are welcome if you would so choose, but no pressure. I don't want to talk too much about it personally because I'll probably just cry the whole time, but we will miss him for sure, and he was an awesome guy. Oops. Okay, I'm kind of just like guessing with like what colors I'm getting out here. Ugh. I personally thought my grandpa was the coolest. Just saying. He was always up to date on his technology. So he had I'm pretty sure he had like the newest iPhone, and he was up to date on computers, and he just had all the gadgets. And I guess that's kind of been the way. I think my mom can probably say that he's always had all the things technology wise, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you can say that about your grandpa, but I can say that about mine. Yes, Mom. Exactly. This picture was taken. Sorry, I'm wiping my nose. This picture was taken in his office in their house. Yeah, where he would spend a lot of time sitting and listening to stuff, right? Watching stuff and hanging out. So spent a lot of time down there. And I liked it for this project. I mean, for multiple reasons, but artistically wise, is because there's a lot of values. There's gray. It's a black and white photo that my brother took or edited into black and white. And so there's a lot of values, grays, whites, blacks. And so that's easy to then translate into these colors here. I feel like I'm floundering, like I don't know what colors I'm supposed to be using. What did I squeeze out here? Okay, we're close. I'm gonna start mixing. I think let's see, what should I do first? I think I need to start with darks, like black areas, which need to be this brown, which was actually quite challenging to mix. But hey, we're gonna give it a go. And I specifically went for a smaller canvas because I knew this wasn't gonna be an easy project time-wise to do, so. I am trying to be pretty picky about my colors. And acrylic dries darker. I think I said that a lot last week when I was mixing these colors. It dries a lot darker, so I have to just mix. That's probably good. Mix a little bit of white in there to just make sure it actually stays pretty light. Okay, that's probably good. Please let me know if the view that you're looking at gets blurry for a long period of time, because I now made the screen really small so I can't see if it's getting out of focus. So just let me know if that's happening. Okay, I'm just gonna start filling. I think this is the way I want to paint this. I just want to kind of go with where these colors are, values I should say, because the colors are going to be a little bit wacky, but there's a lot of areas that I'm going to like simplify, but I think if I paint some of this in here. might be a mistake because I don't really know where those things are now because it's really dark. Oops. You kind of learn as you go when you paint things. Okay, this back here. I'm not going to paint the edges because that's just going to waste time, and I can always paint them later. I'll probably, because of the type of painting this is, not do the edge, not like wrap the painting around the edge. I'll just paint the edges differently or have it framed or something later. It's not needing to be painted. Let's see. We're going to do... some of these spots. Part of me is wanting some of the canvas to kind of show through on this, but I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. Anything up close to the face is going to be kind of tricky because I'm pretty happy with the sketch. I know it's not exactly like him, but it wasn't looking so good halfway through. I'm like, oh gosh, doesn't look like my grandpa. Maybe looks like someone else, but doesn't look like, so I was like, I have to fix that. I just had to keep tweaking it till it looked right, which is kind of the trick with capturing likeness, is you have to sort of keep working at it. Otherwise, it's really not going to look right. You have to come back with fresh eyes for it to actually look right. Okay. There's a lot of dark in this picture, actually. Like this here is technically dark. I'm just going to say not painting this the correct way. If there's any artist watching me, they're probably like appalled because I'm like painting details. I mean, I'm not really painting details, but I'm painting like this. I would paint normally after I paint the background, but I think I'm going for a style here that I want it to be a certain way. And again, because I'm restricted with my color palette, I want to work kind of with one color at a time. And so to do that, I have to work one color at a time and jump around. So it's going to be not easy, but good memories of watching or going out on the pontoon boat with Grandpa at the cabin with him steering the boat. And then going fishing. Even if he would just come to watch us go fishing, he would come watch us go fishing. He did his fair share of fishing and hunting in his life, that's for sure. Driving his four-wheeler across the cabin grounds from the garage that was a little ways away to the lake. Grabbing firewood and stuff. have a limited repertoire of stories, though, guys, because I'm grandchild number 4, right? Yep. So, and I'm only a grandchild. I'm only a grandchild. I'm a grandchild, not a daughter or a son or anything like that. So I'm sure there's plenty of stories and personality and things that you guys can share about Grandpa that I don't even know about. Grandma and Grandpa would come pretty much every March or February for a long time, and Grandpa would go skiing up in the mountains. Super fun. We would go out to eat. We would go see a movie with Grandma. We would hang out, laugh a lot, do fun activities. Yeah, good memories, good memories. He had such a positive outlook on life. That is so true. And you probably know that more than I do. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do shadows that are really dark. I need to switch brushes here. It's getting a little too thick. Grandpa was always ready to go, too. When we all had to go somewhere to dinner or something, he was ready before any of us. Sitting there waiting. It really, showed us how slow we were getting ready to go anywhere. When Grandpa's sitting by the door in his chair all ready to go. It was like, oh crap, we gotta get moving. I'm afraid to do anything on the face yet because he's got glasses on and those are definitely dark, but they're really thin, so I think I need to wait on that. But I can do some of the collar. I'm just gonna have to fill this in pretty dark. My drawing's a little bit skewed down here in perspective for some reason. I think it makes sense though. It just doesn't quite look like the photo, but you guys aren't seeing the photo, so I guess I'm okay. Too much water. Make sure I'm painting at least the rounded side of the canvas. Okay. All right, I'm going to be jumping to the face here soon with maybe some lighter values, because I think if I can get that started, the rest of this is easy. As you can see, I'm kind of avoiding the face because it's going to be the hardest part. Just getting some of these things in here. I don't have to be perfect either, because let me tell you, life is not perfect. People are not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Why should my painting be perfect? I don't even have control over it being perfect. It's just really, really impossible to get something perfect. Some like painting in the background here. Okay. One more little spot. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, let's work on the face here. I'm gonna make this light color. I think I can make it transparent enough that I could kind of see my sketch underneath it. That could be wishful thinking. I have no idea. But I'm trying to match that, which I think I got. Okay. Let's see here. Can I see my sketch underneath it? That's the question. Oh, actually, I think so. I think so. I should add a little more white because acrylic dries so much darker than when you put it down, and because there's pencil underneath here, I want to make sure that I cover it, and also not, as it mixes, it kind of gets a funny color, but we're gonna try that. Okay, he's got his hands are down here, or one hand that we can see. Okay. Okay, now as that's drying, I can basically make the darker version of it. Let's see how this goes, guys. And we're gonna come in here and put that in as the value color on the skin because they are basically the same color. Sorry, I lost where the eye is. This is very difficult. Oh man. But we will persevere. I'm gonna have to definitely lighten that color because it's not like the color I put down first. It's not quite. It's darkening as it dries. Ooh. His hair is gray, white, which technically would have been my lightest layer, which I guess I could still come in. I might give myself liberties to use white. But if I come in with that color again, yes, a very handsome man. I give myself liberties here. It's basically the same color, right? But now I still need to lighten the skin tone. This is part of the process, especially with acrylic, because it dries so much darker. I really have to go in again and do another layer. Actually, doing this creates a little bit more value anyway, which is kind of nice. I don't know where his eye went there, but we need to put that down. Oh, paper towel. Okay, let's see. Next value. I need darks again. Let's see if I can get his glasses in there because that's really going to capture his likeness. I have to tip it up at myself real quick to make sure I'm doing this right. Oh man, it's really hard to tell where my original sketch was. It's kind of irritating. I think his eye was like there. I put so much time into this sketch to get it right. It's a little scary to add paint. But I can do the same thing in paint. I can keep tweaking. So you'll have to see, sorry, but that's part of the painting. That's part of the art process. You'll be seeing kind of the ugly steps in between. So don't freak out. It's not going to look like Grandpa till it's Grandpa. Which takes a little bit of time. It takes some crafting. It takes some subtle moving of pieces to make it look like Grandpa. And I'm going to just tell you by the end of tonight, it's probably not going to look exactly like him. But I can keep working on it till it looks right. Okay, mouth. Let's see if I can get the mouth right. Because he looks like he's kind of smiling in this picture, like really subtle, and so I want to. It's very hard to get, but I'm gonna try to get that. Okay, not horrible, not horrible. Thoughts? It's not actually as bad as I thought when I was looking at it from a distance. Always helps. Oh, thanks, Carissa. Slight smile, thanks. Yeah, I think it's there. It's close. It needs to be, I think, a little bit more turned up. I'm going to move on to a different area and come back to that because I want to make sure I can see it with fresh eyes. But we're going to jump to maybe his sweatshirt. Color. I might do the blue for the basic value. Maybe. Yeah. Hopefully no one's opposed to the blue sweatshirt. With the, I'll do purple maybe values and then maybe kind of hint at some, the colors have to be everywhere. So we're going to have to figure out where they actually go. Let's see here if I can get this color. White, blue, purple, brown, because it's definitely not just like blue, it's like very gray blue. A little bit of yellow. I don't want too much, so we don't want it to be green. Okay, how does that look? Actually not too shabby. Okay, we're gonna start with that. I'm gonna come in here. Problem is I'm gonna lose all my shadows again. Or my lines for shadows. I'm gonna have to kind of avoid where I see those. It's kind of a silly way to paint. I have to put the values in later. As you can see, I'm like changing my mind on keeping those values. I might keep the sleeve separate from the actual sweatshirt on the chest. Okay. Let that dry. to think what to do for, I might have to do his pants in the red, but really limit the red and maybe go back with the brown. Because I don't want him to wear like red pants necessarily, but I just want to be using that color. I suppose I could also make them the brown and highlight in one of these colors. Maybe that's better. I'm going to do one leg at a time so that we can see where the values go. I went for a little bit more transparent so I could see my other values through it. And then on top, because you can paint thick, paint over thin paint, I can go down and add the highlight color. Just blocking in some color here. And I'm going to come back to this because things need to dry. This is probably dry. Yep. Darks. Purple. Purple. Where's the purple? Okay, let's see. Can I make this color accurate? This purple was actually fairly tricky the other day when I was mixing these colors. Oh, I need that magenta. Nope. Aha. This one. So it's a fairly pink purple. Ooh. Ooh. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Oh, I should switch brushes. I hate when I do that because the brush I mix on always has tons of paint on it. No matter how much you try to wipe it off. Okay, so we're gonna do shadow here. As that comes around this way, you get a little shadow here. got a highlight color on this, which is going to be interesting because I don't really have a highlight color that I'm trying to work with here on the blue. It would have to be like one of the other colors. Okay, maybe a little bit in here. It's a really interesting challenge to use a very limited palette to paint something like this, especially with volume, and because it really makes this type of thing really challenging because you're limited with where you can put colors, and we're making it work, I think. Let's see. I think I want. I'm going to make the chair the orange color. So I don't know if you can hear that, but we live on a busy street, so it's getting plowed because it's snowing right now. It always sounds like the world's ending when one of those plow trucks comes down the road. But it's not. We're okay. Okay, there's that color. That's a good thing. I probably wouldn't have considered this option if I didn't have kind of a skin tone color in my palette. Because I was like, oh, I can actually probably make it work, even though it's not like accurate. So I'm hoping that the end result, it's a little bit of a risk experiment here. It's going to look okay. I think the more colors I'm putting around the face, the less sort of yellowy orange the skin tone is looking right now, which I think is perfect. It's called color interaction. When your other colors around a color affect how it appears. Might make something look darker or lighter. It's fascinating stuff because a color can look completely different based on what it's next to. Which is honestly how you explain the whole gold and blue, black and white, gold and blue dress. What is it? You know what I'm talking about. The dress that everyone thought was the opposite colors. Everyone sees it differently. It's just that our brains are thinking they're seeing it in a specific lighting, with specific colors around it. I have a whole course on color if you want to learn more about color. I have a whole online course about it that I spent a lot of time working on developing last year. So if there's any artists out there who want to improve your understanding of color, you can go check it out at Fragile Growing Impressions teachable.com, or just go to fragilegrowingimpressions.com and it's online classes and it'll direct you to all my online courses. But all right, let's see. Maybe put the magenta color that I got going on here. I think it's magenta. I'll put that in the center. Oh, let's go a little bit lighter. The center of each square. We're going to make the handle. Sorry, as I'm thinking here, I'm trying to decide where colors are going to go. So pardon the silence. Oh, it's a hard color to make. Okay, I think I got it. Thanks, guys, for watching. Some good viewers here. Means a lot. I'm going to use the same color. Add a little bit of texture and highlight. Oops, I kind of painted too much of the ear. Lost some of the shape there. Oh, no. It's nice to just paint in silence. It's a good way to reflect. Not sure if it's as therapeutic for you to watch me as it is for me to be painting. But I appreciate you sticking around. Okay, I have not technically used this color. I think I'll use it and put it on his collar. Whoa, that's not the right color. Again, not the right way to paint this, but it's tricky, really tricky with the different color palette I have to work with here. Use that same color as like a value color. I guess whatever this, oh, do I have some of that? I do. Use that as the value color for this. Thanks, Lynn. It is technically 9:40 here. I'm supposed to end at 9:30, but I might keep going here to use up the paint I have. But I at least got Grandpa painted, and I'm pretty happy with it, actually. There's going to probably need some tweaking and fixing. But I'm going to probably just paint a few more things. Like, honestly, you know what? The wall in the background, I think just needs to be like a base of this color. Thanks, Caitlin. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's see if I can get this stuff. It's a lot more paint this time. More pink. Oh, too much pink. Oh, maybe it's okay. Needs a little bit of something to dull it down. Touch. It's not like too peachy. Oh, there we go. We got it. Okay, let me turn this upside down. Now that seems weird, but it's going to be easier to paint around these things here. Oh, I don't know what some of these things are back here, but There's a bass in the background. And his computer. Here again, he was the tech guy, man. He had his stuff. Oh, oops. Oops. Getting a little reckless. All right. Well, I might, let me just do this one side since I got this color going. But I might call it a night, even though it's not done. I'm pretty happy with where it's at right now. And I think I can easily finish it up some other time. Next week, I will be moving on to a new project, at least during the live stream. I'll show you this finished piece, of course, next time. But I do a live stream like this every Wednesday night, or at least every week. If I can't get it on a Wednesday night, I do it some other night. But if you subscribe to my channel, you can get notified of live streams I do every week. It's a time for me to be able to paint for myself, have fun, have a little accountability with having to do it every week. And today is the 68th week in a row that I have done a live stream. So yay, I guess. I don't know, does that deserve a yay? I don't know, I gotta make it to 100. Gotta make it to, make it to 100. But I'm gonna keep going. I mean, it's fairly easy to do, so. Just get some of this blocked in a little bit here. I can leave it kind of painterly. I mean, that looks kind of cool back there. Just like that. Kind of liking it really scratchy painterly back in here because it's not really the focus anyway. Okay guys, sorry, I'm still going. I am still going. I might be able to actually finish it. again, without, I still need to tweak and make sure Grandpa's face is right. But everything else is, I'm kind of liking it. Not sure if I like what I just did there, but keyboard. Just hinting at it is all we need to really do. Don't need to paint everything. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I decided to kind of keep going here. Because I feel like I'm close to done. Oh, you know what I don't really have is this dark maroon color. I don't have enough of that. That's probably what I should do. I need just a little bit more of that. Magenta, process magenta. There we go. I can put some of that back in here. don't need to draw too much attention to that spot. There's not a lot happening. Getting close, guys, getting close. Just need a few more things, and then I'm going to call it a night. Oh man, how do I do this? Yeah, I think I'm going to go down. Add the wallpaper in the background has lines. So we're going to hint at that. Doesn't have to be everywhere. I'm going to put a little bit of a darker to it on just the very top parts of this, because there's light coming from that lamp there. And I can kind of show that by keeping the, it looks kind of bright over there. Okay, well, there you go. I think I'm going to stop there for now. But there is the picture. I'll show you the color palette and we'll see if it compares. But it looks like I used the right colors. But do you think it goes with the series? I think so. It matches pretty well with the color palette. Yay! Yay, that's a goal. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I'm a whole half hour over, but thanks for tuning in. Those that stuck around means a lot. I do this every week, so if you want to watch me paint or draw or whatever I do in the moment, you can tune in, subscribe to my channel, and get notified of these live streams that I do weekly. So the project that I work on is different, although I'm right now in sort of a 10-week series working with this color palette. So you'll have to tune in next week to see what I do with the color palette. Yeah, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful week. Stay happy, healthy, creative, and productive. We only get one life, so use it well.